to Moca's Nola bells and bows. Where the love runs deep, the fam stays strong, and the bells, they always ring for us. We the bells and we hold it down. Yeah, real ones only, we don't mess around. All love, no cap, no cloud to chase. Just truth in the chat and respecting the space. It's family, Moca got that heart of gold. From the south to the stream, we brave and bold. You ain't gotta pick sides or play a role. Just show a real and you already home. Pull up to the bells and bows like a Sunday seed. Got peace in the room and a vibe on beat. No drama, no mess, just minds that meet. Introduce yourself in the chat and the mods gon' greet. Real talk, we got brothers and sisters here. Ain't no fake love, every heart sincere. We've been through storms, but the skies stay clear. Loyalty live, that's the chant you hear. Woo! No chaos in the comment section. Just bells with a bond and a bold connection. Safe space, strong face, deep reflection. Moca, don't fold, that's pure protection. If you ever felt unheard, misunderstood, pull up in the chat, we treat you good. Ain't gotta be loud, just gotta be true. Moca got the light and we shine with you. Not a panel of pain, it's a platform of pride. Everybody got space and we don't divide. You loyal, you love, that's how we ride. Got a bell and a bow in the name, but a tribe world. From the mods to the lurkers and folks on rewatch. Every tap, every like, we feel it alive. Moca ain't just a name, it's a vibe you caught. No la bell, no la boast, that's a family, not a thought. Bring it loud, we the bells and we hold it down. Yeah, we do. Real ones only, we don't mess around. Real talk, all love, no cap, no clout to chase. Just truth in the chat and respecting the space. It's family, Moca got that heart of gold. From the south to the stream, we brave and bold. You ain't gotta pick sides or play a role. To show a real and you already home. Moca said that to every bell in the space. Whether you typing, watching, or just vibing, you are this family. And over here, we don't fold, we ring. Ooh, welcome to Moca's Nola Bell.
Yo, my people. Welcome. Baby, y'all don't know how fast I was driving, moving, doing everything I needed to do to get up in here. Today, y'all, turned out pretty much like Moca thought it would. Today, everybody's emotions is all over the place, especially ours, because damn near 90% of what we saw today in that zoo is what we had already called out. Oh yeah, we called it. But tonight we're going to talk about it. It was a circus. It was a zoo. The zookeepers couldn't keep up. Baby, hey. It was something to see, people. And we're here tonight to call it bullshit. The courts did not want justice for Naziah. Naziah's family didn't want justice for Naziah. Don't mind me tonight, because I got a whole bottle of Stella sitting right here tonight, because we're going to talk about it. That family did not want justice for Naziah, and it showed. That, Kathy, thank you so very much, my love, for supporting the channel. Jarvis has been sentenced today. We knew that was going to happen. We knew that. We knew it. On paper, that may sound like justice has been served, but we know it hasn't. But after watching what unfolded inside that courtroom today, I walked away. After sitting here and watching it, I walked away knowing that I had to go get a bottle. Knowing this shit wasn't right. Baby, Annette put put on a performance. And we're going to talk about it. Nothing mattered to Annette. Well, at least Naziah didn't. Everything else mattered. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, baby. So y'all get on up in here. Get in here. Share out this live stream. Tag your cousins, your friends, your aunts, your uncles. Tag them all and tell them, come sit on the porch. Come sit on the porch. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Moca and I don't sugarcoat nothing. Here we have real conversations about real situations. And tonight we're going to the zoo. We're going to the zoo. I'm glad you sent it to Frank. I need Frank to hit the link. I need Frank to tell me why was he there. But I know why he was there. I've been saying it for weeks, months, days. Frank was there to protect the enterprise. Frank was there to make sure nobody slipped up and said the wrong things. That's why Frank was there. But I want y'all to come on up in here. My moderators, I see y'all holding it down. I appreciate you ladies. Thank y'all for always keeping the porch respectful and in order. Nola, Bells and Bows, cousins and friends, I see y'all coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure y'all hit that like button for your girl. It helps push this conversation out because so many people need to hear this. Hey, Beefy, I see you, boo. Much love. For those of you who have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know when we go live right here on the porch because the light stays on. It stays on. And if you want to be a part of one of the realest conversations that don't sugarcoat shit, this is where you need to be. And if you're enjoying this conversation, make sure, please, you share this stream out. And y'all already know what time it is. Make sure y'all tap those emojis to the right like your life depends on it. That lets YouTube know that your girl is live. Your girl is doing what she do each and every time she hits the porch. Now, before we go any further, let me make something clear. The opinions that we have here, they're mine, they're yours. They're our commentary and our perspective regarding what was reported in those events in that circus today surrounding Naziah's case. This discussion is for commentary, education, and public conversations, and is protected under Copyright Act of 1976, which allows us to do what we do under fair use. Here on this porch, we discuss things, we talk about things. I already see y'all in the chat lighting it up. I need y'all to light it up just one more time for Moca. Before we get where we gotta go, I need y'all to light this thing up. Throw some justice scales in here for Naziah. Throw some hearts in here for Naziah because Naziah matters. She didn't matter to them. But here at Moca and the Nola Bells, Naziah matters to us. And we're going to show her that tonight. We want justice scales. We want hearts. We want Naziah to know that she matters. That family, oh baby, that family is good for the dumpster. That family is good for the dumpster. I know all y'all watch what happened in that courtroom today, just like I just finished sitting up here watching. I see y'all, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Each and every one of you for what you do for this channel. These children deserve more than they got. Annette showed us in real time once again exactly who she really is. Now, before we get into all the shenanigans, before we get, Peaches, thank you so very much, my love. Before we get into the circus act, because we gonna get into it. Let's start with Jarvis Butts and the sentencing that he received. Jarvis was sentenced, y'all, 35 to 60 years for the unaliving of Naziah. On top of that, he also received 5 separate sentences of 10 to 15 years for SA of those children. However, those 5 sentences will run concurrent with the unaliving sentence, meaning they're all going to run at the same time. So the sentence that actually matters the most is the 35 to 60 year for Naziah. Now, I heard people around the block talking about parole. Let's talk about parole for a second before we get into the real meat and potatoes. Jarvis Butts cannot even be considered, according to them, for parole until he done served 35 years in prison. And we know how that's going to work out because we said what we said when we said what we said. Give it a year or two. Jarvis Butts' name will be on nobody's roster in nobody's prison. Hence the reason Frank showed up. Pay attention. Why would Frank all of a sudden? Do y'all think Frank actually meant what he meant when he said what he said? He couldn't believe Jarvis was that person. Frank, sit your ass down. You knew what he was. You introduced him to the game. But you showed up in that courtroom to create a distraction. So some things don't be brought to the forefront. And we're going to talk about it, Frank, because Shannon went to the court with the court thinking and believing and feeling that she was going to give a victim impact statement. But then Shannon had to play her role too. Shannon knew what time it was. And whomever it was, that family member that Shannon had the distraction with, baby, that was all a plot. That was all a plot. That was part of the play. Thank you, my beautiful sister. That was all a part of the play. That distraction was to keep Shannon from going face Jarvis Butts. But we're crazy though. We're crazy though. But anyway, let Moca shut up and keep talking. Who, child? But you would think that in a courtroom. All right, let's talk. You would think that in a courtroom where a child and so say lost her life, and that's how I'm going to put it. So say lost her life. Where a man just received 35 to 60. The focus would have stayed on Naziah, should have stayed on Naziah. But baby, what happened next in that courtroom? What happened next in that courtroom made Moca say, Moca, go get your glass of wine right now. Because when Annette pretended she could barely walk to the stand, when Annette decided to talk with the fake sniffing, the fake snots and boogers, and the no tears, and that stiff, thick wig, Annette, stop Now I gotta ask you, did you really say all what you said, Annette? I gotta ask you, Annette, were you serious saying what you said the way you said it when you said it, Annette? Because you told the whole world what we already believed. Bitch, that was confirmation. That whole family needs to go away. Jarvis Butts has been in court since 2024. Here we are, 2026. You haven't seen not one of them until today. Why were y'all there? Why? Because if Moca could be totally honest before she moves on with her commentary and allow you all to say how you feel, let me just say this, ain't but Jarvis Butts' sister Tijuana. I got all the respect in the world for that lady. I'm going to go to her first so I can get her out of the way. I have all the respect in the world for Tijuana Butts. She stood there like a woman. She stood there on business. She stood there with a heart. Tijuana Butts was the only one that asked the one question that should have been the focal point of this whole damn situation. Brother, if you love me like I love you, tell him where she is. Tell him where she is. Her soul should not be roaming this earth. That's what she said. I respect that lady for that. And then to put that baby, put Janiyah through that again, that was heartbreaking for me. I don't see you as a daddy anymore. I used to look up to you. Now you done changed everything about me. The way I look, the way I respond, the way I act, the way I talk, the way I look at men. You even change my sexuality. No longer are you a daddy or a father figure to me. You're a monster and I will always see you that way. That hurt my heart. That child should have never had to go through all of that. But Annette, we're going to backtrack. Let me rewind the script. Because, bitch, how did we get here? How did we get here, Annette? How did we really get here? Y'all, we know Annette ain't shit. But before we move on, I'm going to grab these comments right fast. But before we move on, I need you all to flood this chat with praying hands for Janiyah. That baby is going to need prayers. And one of the biggest prayers this child is going to need on her journey to recovery, she needs prayers of protection. To stay away from Marquita. Stay away from Shannon. Stay away from Annette. She needs prayers. And she won't get them from her family. So we got to be that family and pray for these children. Thank you all so very much. I see the prayer hands. These children deserve so much more. So much more. Dorothy Ann says, and the Oscar goes to no one. It was all bullshit. You know what? The only real person that spoke for everyone that Jarvis was hurt was his sister. Other than that, it was fake. Dorothy Ann, I'm with you when you're right. Fake ain't the word. Ain't the word. Shannon got put out because she did not want to read that lie that was written for her. Girl, let's talk about Listen. Let's talk about them impact statements. Who wrote them statements for them hoes? You mean to tell me y'all had 2 years? What you say, Marquita? 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days. You broke it down to science, bitch. And you mean to tell me that's all you could have came up with in 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days? You lost all your jobs. You can't hold a job. You can't hold a man. You're homeless. Girl, go sit down. Go sit down because you being homeless, can't keep a man, ain't got no job. That ain't got nothing to do with desire. Nothing. You was cyberbullied. You chose to be cyberbullied when you hit platforms, wanting to come out here and tell your lies. Because they were lies, ma'am. From the gate, they were lies. You want to give that charge to Jarvis? No. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Our life will never be the same. I want to know, who told you all to sit there and make this shit all about y'all? Because we heard nothing about Naziah from the grandmother, nothing about Naziah from the aunt. We heard nothing that was supposed to make sense in all of this. Ariane says, hey, everyone. Moca, I have a question. Who do the Oscar award these two? Annette with her fake shit, turtle head twin C, the other turtle head twin with her girl. They none get Oscars. Honestly, what they need to be charged. They need to be charged. They need to be charged. And I hope God intervenes in a mighty, mighty way and give them everything they deserve plus some. Look at Annette. She done dried up on her feet. Look at Marquita wearing a men clothes, sitting her ass there looking like she carry mail. You're a mail lady with no job. Looking half man and half woman. No care nor concern for Naziah. You lost your relationship with your children because of Jarvis. No, let's put facts where they belong. You lost a relationship with your children because of you. Because y'all went along to get along, because y'all thought the games that y'all allowed, these nasty games with grown men touching children, y'all thought it was cute and funny. PJ says, Mocha, like you've been saying, Jarvis go vanish in thin air and we will never know. Absolutely. Absolutely, PJ. Just look at how all this shit went down. Jarvis didn't get a chance to say a word. He probably declined that fact because he knew what was going down. Frank came in as a distraction. We gonna keep this enterprise undercover. And let me tell y'all something, as high profile as this case is, Kim Worthy came about, we got our man. Why did she not show face in that court today? That was supposed to be a win-win for her. Why did she, JJ, I see you, my love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Why did Kim Worthy not show up in court today? That was her big one. Ha! That was my girl's big one. What she hiding from? The enterprise, baby, the enterprise. My girl said, Mocha, I've been waiting on you all day. Baby, baby, baby. Mocha had to come when Mocha could have came. But I'm here now and we're going to talk about it. PJ said, I want to know why Frank was there. He left the courtroom, yes, ma'am, right behind the prosecutor. That's the answer. I just gave it to you. Didn't know PJ had the question in the queue. Frank walks out of the courtroom right behind the prosecutor. What does that tell y'all? Why would Frank have a relationship with the prosecutor in a situation that he had nothing to do with? This was Jarvis's case. This was about Jarvis. So Frank, why are you so invested if you didn't know Naziah? If you didn't have a relationship with that family and you was close-knit to them? Make me understand. Why are you so invested, Frank? Why, Frank? 2.5 years, my boy. 2.5 years, my boy. You show up. You show up at the zoo for feeding time. That tells a story without telling a story. Frank was there to monitor what was said and what was revealed from those that are a part of the enterprise. As y'all notice, Annette couldn't look at nobody. Annette kept her head down. Annette was reading off of that paper. Annette, who wrote that for you? And that's all they could have came up with. Annette, something is wrong with you. Y'all wanted the spotlight on y'all. Not one time did Annette mention Naziah's name in a good way. So Annette, let's talk about you, ma'am. We need to talk about you. We really need to talk about you. Victim impact statements coming. Now, let Mocha slow this down just a little bit. Now, I want y'all to picture this. Anytime somebody stands up to speak in court in a moment like this, giving a victim impact statement, because I had to scratch my head because in that bitch, you ain't no victim. The court usually expects to hear things about the victim, about the loss, about the child, about things of that nature, right? Annette, bring your wig here. Annette, start talking. The direction, the immediate direction of Annette's statement started going somewhere where the people that were watching couldn't understand. But let me ask y'all something. What made y'all think Annette thought she would get out of what she did the way she did it? PJ says, Mocha, that damn Annette with that mop on her head once again. No, not a piece of tear, not a tear, not a tear. Annette must have had a cold because she was practicing with the snots and the boogers. Because the bitch ain't cried not one time. No emotions. No emotions. I pose the question, do y'all think Frank was there to protect the enterprise? And do y'all think that little riffraff between Shannon and the other family member was very intentional to create a diversion? Fox News, no news, I don't give a damn what news streamed it. That video was cut off intentionally. It had nothing to do with a shooting that was around the courthouse because that's not where it happened. Why would Fox News stop recording that particular situation, which was major breaking news for the city, to cover a story that happened somewhere else? Am I the only one that seen this? They're all in this together because there's no way that news reporter or that channel had no business cutting that news there. So you mean to tell me there was no other reporters that worked for Fox that could have covered this? You mean to tell me that's the only camera that Fox News had? Woo, the enterprise is enterprising. See why the paint man don't like Fox. Y'all just as corrupt as the city. Wow. So let's talk about Annette. Annette started talking about how this I can't sleep. Oh, I can't sleep. I've been so depressed. My family, Annette, shut up. Annette said her family would never be the same again. My family will never be the same since Naziah is no longer here. It's affected my health. Hold up, Annette. It affected your health, but you could go to the casino. But you were Naziah's grandmother, but you needed a whole piece of paper to tell the world how you felt about your granddaughter. I've been going through this for two years and 2 months since I reported her missing. Bitch, you did not report her missing. You reported her as a runaway. Let's talk about it. My family will not be the same without Naziah. Not one damn tear. My home has been posted on social media. I've been cyber stalked. I've received threats. Then she said, ooh, Annette, come to the front of the class. JJ, Annette was talking to you, boo. Then Annette said, since Naziah's been gone, this whole situation has affected my income. What? What, Annette? What? You money hungry bitch. So Naziah was a money train for you. You sit there, Annette, and you said, since Naziah is gone, you ain't got a little extra change. So this is what it really was all about. That's why there's no emotions. That's why the tears couldn't fall. That's why you're going to the casino. That's why you couldn't speak nothing positive about Naziah. That's why that initial press conference was the way it was, because you had no care, no concern, no emotions for Naziah. Naziah was a paycheck. They followed me. JJ, stop following that lady. Oh, Lord. Somebody need to lock Annette up. Lock her up. Annette told the world that Naziah only mattered because she was a paycheck. Naziah done flipped Annette's whole world upside down, not because she's no longer here. Annette's world got flipped upside down when the state decided to pull the income back. That's it, and that's all. Boo Banger, I see you, my love. Lady D, Peaches. Tony, I see you, boo. TB, I drag race and I see you, my love. Let me grab some of y'all comments. Oh, Boo Banger, you better know justice is coming. It's coming. Yolanda, I see you, baby. It's coming. For those of you that's just entering the chat, please hit the like button for your girl. Share out this live stream. Share out this live stream. Annette never asks Jarvis. Jarvis, where is she? And if y'all thinking the way Moca's thinking and the way we've been thinking up in here, we already knew the answer to that. There was no need for her to ask Jarvis that. She knew the answer. She knew the answer. Anybody seen the evangelist? Because I need him right about now. I need him because he knows. Y'all absolutely right. Where was Lady Ass? See, this shit is all strange to me. It's all strange to me. Kathy says Annette's performance was stellar. No tears. She walked in like she had a limp. Kathy, she and Jarvis got the same walk. Then she grabbed that part, girl. She grabbed her chest like she was going to have a heart attack. Fred Sanford Jr. Annette, that performance. Girl, you had 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days to practice this. And this is all you came up with? I don't know who told y'all lady had car problems. I want to know. Because they sure know a lot. Boo Banger said, hold up, y'all. Ooh. Boo Banger says, Granny Liar got up there and made it all about her. Absolutely. Not Naziah. I felt Janiah and his sister's statement. The sister's statement was heartfelt and painful, both of them. Both of them. Absolutely. Lady Libra, I see you, boo. She says she's sending love and comfort on this live because I'm sure all of our emotions have been all over the place today for our baby girl. Absolutely, Lady Libra. That family stirred up. T-Nona, I see you, boo. That lady stirred up some extra emotions. Hmm. Hmm. Wanda, I see you, my love. My girl says, Annette Ron here reading lies off of paper. She had to do it off of paper. Why? She had to do it off of paper because she had no emotional connection with Naziah. She told us that herself today. Naziah was a paycheck. That's it and that's all. She had no other connection to Naziah. These people tell on themselves. These people showed us exactly who they are in real time. In real time. But we ain't finished. Annette even addressed the GoFundMe, Roxy. They're out there creating GoFundMes in Naziah's name. And I'm not getting anything from that. What? What, lady? What? Everything was me. Me, I, and money, money, money. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Levesque said the theatrics was off the chain. My girl Tony says, Moca, that was a whole circus act. Annette had on a new wig, got up there acting like was that a new wig? Are you serious? You really believe that was a new wig? She need to find another wig store. She really should. But unfortunately, she can't find another wig store. Her income is gone. And she's feeling it. And she's publicly telling it. Roxy, that lady got a problem with you, ma'am. You gotta go fund me in Naziah's name, and she didn't get her cut. Why, Roxy? That lady says, I have been affected financially. And she meant that with her chest. Next question. Annette did all that performing. They knew exactly when to cue in. They knew exactly when to cue in, right? When Annette gave that performance, who told who in the courtroom? Chad, I need y'all to help me out. Who told who in the courtroom? Shut the fuck up. That was the moment that the distraction was noted to happen. That was the script. Because anybody in their right mind knows that you cannot go into a courtroom and speak that type of language, say those type of things, have disruptions and disturbances, and want to fight in court. That was planned. A normal person like you, me, and everybody else would get contempt of court, go to jail, get fined, all of that. But that's not what happened in this situation. That's not what happened in this situation. All they did was put him out. And Frank was there to make sure it went down the way it went down. Oh, they said it was Shannon saying that to Kenya. Oh, baby, it was a whole shit show. They both were in on it. They both, they both were part of the script. I said it. I said it. And I hope y'all know that was intentional. It was intentionally in such a way that Shannon didn't have to get up there and testify. She didn't have to testify and then hear, Makita, I'm sick of you. Because you ain't said shit that made sense to me. Nothing. And again, I'm going to say it again, I applaud Kiwana. Thank you, my sister. Mocha, shut your mouth and keep on talking. Thank you, sister. Kiwana laid it down. Not Kiwana, Tijuana. She laid it down and I applaud her. Your own brother, that had to be one of the hardest things to ever do. Then I sit there and I'm like, where the hell is Lady? Where the hell is Lady? I don't want to hear nothing about Holiday Heart ain't got no car and she got car trouble. Holiday Heart, that was your daughter. That should have been the center of all of this. Holiday Heart, you done stole Shannon's bike in the past. You should have stole another one. I don't care if you had to walk, Holiday Heart. You would have gotten there. Your child. And you still are there doing what you're doing. But the problem is, when you're out there on that substance, emotionally, you're all over the place. They don't know what to expect from you minute to minute to minute. Think about it. The enterprise. Remember that family is part of the enterprise. That enterprise kept Holiday Heart backstage for 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days. They didn't want Holiday Heart to talk because if Holiday Heart would have came up and the urge had hit Holiday Heart in that moment and she would have took with a goddamn itch and a twitch, she needed that fix. She would have spilled the beans. Holiday Heart would have told it all. Now, once they'd have gave them $10, she'd have shut the hell up. But they kept her in the background for that reason. That twitch and that itch would have told on all of them. That's why they kept her in the background. This was so heartbreaking. Think you star crazy auntie call a Holiday Heart? Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, sister. This was a whole shit show. A whole shit show. And I know y'all saw it. I saw it. We all saw it. But where's the justice for Naziah? A family that supposedly love and care for Naziah. Where is the justice for this baby? 2 years. 2 years. Shirley's well, my beautiful sister. Thank you so very much, boo. Thank you. 2 years, y'all said. 2 months and 2 days. That's what y'all said. This is Travis. I see you, my love. Welcome. Welcome. But there's no way. Maudie, my girl, is up in here. Sister Rock, I see you, boo. Plaid, I see you. Boo Banger said there ain't never gonna be no justice for Naziah. And it showed. It's so damn sad, Boo Banger. Let me tell you why there will be no justice on Detroit's part, right? I'll tell you why. No justice, because they all knows exactly where Naziah is. All of them. We have to call it for what it is. It ain't no normal people. Guys, if you don't mind, engage with those emojis to the right for your girl. Listen, anybody with emotions, a heart, you claim that to be your granddaughter, you claim that to be your niece, you claim that to be your little cousin. Your emotions should have been louder than what you've shown. 2.5 years that came and went. Not a sign of Naziah, no shoe. Yeah, y'all had a shoe. That was not Naziah's shoe. Let's be real. But what bothers me the most, as I said it last night, and for those of you that are new here and are just here for this part, go back and listen to the live streams before this. Because let me tell y'all something. Last night I called it. Last night I called it. I reminded you all it was going to go down as shady as it went down today. These people never selected a jury. That was very telling. Annette knew that. But what I don't understand with Detroit, how do you give Annette a say of any kind when she was the one that put this child in harm's way? Again, I will say, Frank was there to protect the enterprise. Frank know what time it is. Frank shows up in court. Jarvis trafficking charge mysteriously disappears. Jarvis firearm charges disappears. All that's sitting on a table is what he did these children. The prosecution, if y'all notice, they have much respect for Frank. Frank walked out with the prosecution team. So y'all don't think, whoo, Moca, shut your mouth, girl. Kim Worthless didn't show up. I said last night what I said. Dirty organizations, dirty money is what's keeping Detroit afloat. And as long as the dirty money keeps circulating and moving, this will always be the outcome in those situations. Again, Frank didn't show up just to show up. Frank didn't show up in the name of protecting Frank's Auto Shop. Who gives a damn about a Frank's Auto Shop? And the excuse he used was what? I didn't know you were that type of person. Frank, sit your ass there and shut up. You don't like the fact that you actually got exposed in all of this. And you showed up today praying that certain names don't get called. That was your reason for being there. And it was such a shit show. We were at the zoo. Why did Frank not get handcuffed for wanting to attack Jarvis Butts in court? If they were handling business the legal way. It was a shit show. Ariane says Annette should be in the hospital right now. She's running that bad health in the ground. Okay. Tinona says, he tried to attack Jarvis because Jarvis fumbled the bag. That shop will not reopen. He's supposed to get it torn down. It should have been torn down. All he's going to do is close that location because that's how they operate. That location is going to close and he's going to open up another one elsewhere with a different name. But in a couple of years, I want you all to know, Jarvisha, Justina, Jeldiah, whatever name that he chooses to use in the moment, he's going to be gone in the wind. Justina will be in Frank's country. And like I said before, everything about this situation surrounding Naziah, and I don't give a damn who like Moca and who don't. Everything surrounding this situation with Naziah got stink all over it. Trafficking all over it. Frank knows that. That's why he made an appearance. Prosecution knows that. That's why they allowed him to make an appearance. Annette knows that. That's why her statement was the way it was. Nothing affect Jarvis. If y'all watch Jarvis' reaction in court today, everything that was said about Jarvis, even the sentence when it was handed down, it went in one ear and came out the other side on deaf ears. There were two moments in that courtroom today that affected Jarvis Butts. Do y'all know what those two moments were? I'll wait. I'm going to let y'all tell me what y'all think the two moments were that affected Jarvis Butts the most in court. Yes, he was behind that mask. He was looking down, but there were two moments. Even though he was looking down, his eyes remained closed. When you looked at his jaws and the movement of his jawbones, Jarvis was gritting his teeth. Jarvis was invisible chewing. His sister and his daughter. That's it. Absolutely. Those were the two moments. But when his baby girl got up there, that tore his ass up. He didn't give a damn what nobody else said in there. It was his daughter. It was his daughter and his sister. And when that sister asked the judge, can I speak directly to my brother? Jarvis felt that shit. Plaid, I see you, boo. Tony says, and Shannon talking about shut the fuck up. Really, Shannon? But your child got up there and gave an impact statement, but your funky ass was in a gallery arguing with Kenya. Tony. Tony. Let's correct that. Let's correct that. See, we got to call a thing a thing. We got to know when people do things for the camera. We got to know when people do things, yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah. Her and Kenya was doing their thing. But did it happen in a gallery? It happened in a courtroom, caused a distraction. They got kicked out. And when they was out there, in the solarium area, they were talking like cousins. They were cousins. Girl, we did that. Girl, you think they bought that? Girl, I'm going to see you when this is all over. Bitch, that was the distraction. And it was playing so very well. Big Mama, I see you, boo. Kenyatta, the only person that asked Jarvis where Nazaria was his sister. The only one. The only, Essie, I see you, my love. Thank you so much for that disclaimer, my sister Rock. Simone, I see you. I see y'all up in here. Beautiful soul, I see you, boo. Moca, let me start out saying, he only gonna do 35. Keep in mind, he been in custody and got 532 jail credits. Give him 6 months. Go search for him and come back and tell me what you find. This is sad. Big Mama said these babies were brave, standing up to Jarvis. God is covering them all. Absolutely. 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 Annette brought her ass in there with her Sunday best on. And that's all you could have gave us. Ooh, child, I just can't. Marty says in the Oscar for the worst supporting hypocrite actress goes to Annette and Marquita. Marty, them hoes could have stayed home. They could have stayed home. I asked the question last night. Do y'all think they're going to get up there and give a victim impact statement? I truly said nobody in that family deserves to speak on Nazaya's behalf. Today they proved me right. They proved to Moca why they should have sat their ass there and shut the hell up and not said a word. It was all about them and none about Nazaya. They didn't love that baby. All they enjoyed about Nazaya and loved about Nazaya was what Nazaya could have done for them. And that was to bring in an income. Now, since this is all over, Cynthia Harmon said Shannon didn't want to testify because I believe she still wants Jarvis. Simone says two years later, now they want to take the stand and fake cry. What the fuck? That dry wig head bitch who just pissed me all the way off. Absolutely, Simone. Star a whole circus act, boo. Big Mama said innocent babies. Innocent babies should have been protected, shielded from negative acts that will change and has changed their lives forever. Big Mama. That's how we feel, right? Everything that went on in Annette house for centuries, decades, and years, that was normal behavior for them. That was acceptable. It was allowed. Annette found no remorse in how children got hurt. Shannon and Marquita thought it was funny. They were playing games with these children's lives. The only remorse Annette has right now is that her income was affected because Naziah is no longer here. What a damn thing for a grandmother to say. My income has been affected because she's no longer here. Shell, baby, I see you, boo. That's sad. Boo Baker said Annette up there acting like she having a panic attack or something. Bitch, please get the fuck out of here with all of that fake ass phony baloney. Oh, baby. Annette had everybody tore up. Annette and Marquita, they brought nothing to the table. So why were they even there? Why were they? Look, I got a bigger question. I got an even bigger question. Roxy has a post for y'all ass every 15, 20 minutes of the day. Moca's asking tonight, were those posts really for justice for Naziah, or were those posts for Facebook income? Because if it was justice for Naziah, in Moca's opinion, where was she? Where was she? Huh, huh. Hey, Teresa, welcome, boo. Teresa said people were getting kicked out of court, yelling. Oh, girl, that was them. That was them. Toot had me tickled. Toot said when Jarvis' sister told him, brother, just tell the family where she is. Toot said that was me. And I got kicked out. What? Sometimes when you're emotional, and this is all in your chest, and you sitting up there and you're taking these children everywhere with you because their name matters, and you're out there seeking justice, you're affected. And had I been there sitting next to Tudor just in that courtroom, I'm pretty sure Moca would have not been able to contain herself either. I probably would have got a contempt charge. I really would have. I salute Toot and her and everything that she does when it comes to these children. But it's families like this. It's families like these women. That's a red flag in itself. All you hear about this family is nasty women. You don't hear shit about a man, ever. Nobody. Annette could stop using that health failing card, like somebody said earlier. Just stop it, Annette. Just stop it. Just stop it. Because your health, Queen of Kings, I see you, my love. Your health should have took a toll on you after you got up there at that press conference and said what you said. But you're still going to the casino, though. Levette said she acted a fool and was glad she could not give a statement. She did that on purpose, deliberately. Child, they say it was Kenya and Shannon fighting in court. That was a whole play. A whole play. And I called it. Platt said it mustered up them crocodile tears. Platt, she ain't had no tears. She ain't had no tears. Annette got on my first, second, and third nerves today. Looking at the judge. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Annette, shut your ass up. Now you got all these people flocking over you, Annette, like you in church and you done passed out and you needed the church fans. What a performance. What a damn performance. Sad part about it, everybody was in on it. They knew what time it was. Nubian, I see you, boo. Platt said he spent more time with them fake statements than they did looking for Nazaria. Absolutely. And drag racing, I'm with you because that looked like statements. Well. Shannon's supposed to be the brainiac, right? Shannon is supposed to be the brainiac of the two. Marquita is the muscles. I could believe that because she had that mailman uniform on, bitch. Bitch, you went to court today and you walked your ragged ass up in there with a big mailman uniform on, with the men pants on, and that uniform shirt. Come on, girl. Shannon is the brainiac. Marquita is the muscle. Annette is the enforcer. So Shannon sit there and Shannon wrote those statements because it sounded just alike. Annette just forgot to mention the 2 days. Annette said it's been 2 years and 2 months. Marquita double back, it's been 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days. Boo Banger says, Frank was there to make sure nobody said nothing that was supposed to be said. I called it. I called it. They took 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days to rehearse them lies. CM, my love, I see you, boo. Pretty Wing, what you say? Shannon and Annette got immunity. Girl, they got it all right. They got it all right. They got it. They got it. And that's something. This is a mess. A mess. Cynthia Harmon said I wanted him to tell them where that baby was. And his daughter hurt me so much sadness. With so much sadness. And that's the sad part. Because Annette set her ass there. Marquita set her ass there. But they love Nazaria so much. My granddaughter, my niece. Oh, she was my first daughter before I had my own children. You took that away from me. No, y'all took it away from y'all. But then you hoes couldn't stand there and ask him. He wasn't looking at y'all. His face was on the ground, but his ears worked. And if y'all really wanted to do a victim impact statement, y'all should have spoke to Jarvis Butts and not tried to speak to the court to make the court think that y'all were more than exactly who y'all were. Not one time did y'all ask Jarvis or beg and plead with the court to make this nigga tell where that baby was. There's a reason for that, though. There's a reason. And I hope everybody take the blinders off. Throw the dumb acts away. There's a reason why Shannon and Marquita did not ask Jarvis. Because wasn't that strange? Was that not strange? The grandmother, the aunt, not asking the so-say unaliver, where did he dispose her body? There was a reason why they did not confront him and ask him, insist that he tells where that body was. They didn't insist because they know. They didn't exist. They didn't insist on it because they know that it's not a body. They did not insist because they know Annette collected that same money that the evangelist spoke on. They didn't insist because 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days ago, Annette stood on camera at a press release. Y'all don't know why y'all took her. Y'all don't even know what's going on. That's all she said. Never bring her back. Y'all don't know why y'all took her. Y'all don't know what's going on. But a month before that, you reported her as a runaway. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they knew exactly why they didn't demand Jarvis Butts to tell them where the body was. There's no body. None. At least not a deceased one. Make it make sense. Nothing. Listen. Today happened, right? I need y'all to walk with me, talk with me. Let's discuss this. Today happened. What evidence? Absolutely, Rock. Thank you so very much. They all know. Listen, y'all. Now, if Moca doing too much shit, Moca shut the hell up. What evidence was proven in court today? Help me, y'all. What evidence was revealed today that told you, told me, told Annette, told the world, this is what we got. This is what tells us Nazaria Harris is deceased. This is what we got to prove to the world that Nazaria don't exist. I'll wait. I'll wait. I will goddamn wait. This is the worst storyline I've ever seen in my life. This got to make sense. It got to make sense at some point. Annette, you're everything that we ever said you were, ma'am. from the first day up until this day. Because in your mind and in your heart is over. It ain't over. As a matter of fact, y'all just opened the door for a new beginning, a new chapter. They said Vari was in the court. So did they bring Vari to the courts from prison because he was there? I mean, isn't he in jail still? Because I refuse to speak on Nazaya in the past tense. I refuse. Because Annette knows where she is. They say Vari was in the courtroom, y'all. I didn't see him. So did he come to court from jail? And if he did, whether he came in from jail, yes or no? Girl, PJ, shut your mouth and keep talking. PJ, I gotta go look at it again too. PJ said, Mocha, I believe I heard Annette said June 9th. I'm going to listen. Natasha said Vari got out 2 weeks ago. Oh, he out. He with lady. Okay, they out. Okay, he out of jail. So okay, he out of jail. Boom. Let's move. Vari's out of jail. They say he was in a court. Why Vari couldn't give an impact statement? That's a brother. Why Vari couldn't give an impact statement? That's her brother. That's another one. They didn't want Vari to speak. He would have cracked the door open on the enterprise. All the hardships that Vari has been through in the last 2.5 years. No relations and a distance from that family. They let this boy suffer. He had to fend for himself, him and his baby. He got a hatred for them right about now. He did not want them to, they did not want Vari to expose them. Thank you, Darth Ann. I appreciate it, baby. Dr. JD, I'm with you, boo. Dr. JD said, I have no words. I heard monster so many times, I lost count. I'm not satisfied, Mocha. This has got to be the worst family walking the earth. Absolutely. The worst. The worst. The worst. There's no way. No way. Vari should have been sitting there and not have 2 words to say on behalf of his sister. Make this shit make sense. How would you allow Annette to call the shots when she wasn't a decent guardian? How? Hey, Jaded Shades, welcome, my love. I'm with you. I hate that Annette got to call the shots as well. I hate that. She got to decide the conditions. They gave Annette the right to decide the conditions of the plea deal. So let me tell y'all how it really went down. They contacted Annette. Annette went in a meeting. They told Annette the conditions of the plea deal, right? Annette called her other boyfriend, Frank. Frank shows up. Him and Annette had to plan this out. They had a meeting as to what was going to happen in court that day. All this shit was scripted. Extended family members were there too. Because there's no way, no damn way, Jarvis got that many years written on paper And it ended up the way it ended up because it's only on paper. Natasha said Jarvis only showed emotion when Janiyah was on the stand. That mask could not hide it. That was the only time he looked up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jarvis is a monster. Annette ain't worth 2 rusty nickels. And Marquita, you could stay homeless, hungry, jobless. You didn't give 2 shits about Naziah. So why should the courts care? Why should America care about your situation? You can't sleep. You can't eat. Bitch, you look very healthy to me. So tell that lie to somebody else. Y'all didn't have that problem when you and Shannon was out there with cash, with your lemon drops and your paraphernalia. Nobody cares about you. So what? So what? By saying that, so what? Detroit is supposed to give you housing? You don't deserve housing because you're not even decent enough to be a mother to keep your children. You fed your children to Jarvis Butts on a silver platter. Annette helped y'all feed them children to Jarvis Butts and every other man on a silver platter because Annette was the groomer. She primed those children for this life. All you grown ass women are sad. Annette, Marquita, and Shannon, y'all are worthless. Y'all sit there and y'all had these children not because you love them. Nubia Max, thank you so very much for supporting the channel, sis. Y'all use these children as an income. Y'all didn't love these children. Y'all love what these children brought to the table. That's why it was so easy for you hoes to send these children out the house at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning to get in a truck with Jarvis Butts in the name of going buy candy. Bitch, what store open at 2 and 3 in the morning? Y'all knew what time it was from the very beginning. And y'all think today was a day of justice? This was not a damn day of justice. A whole shit show. And Frank came in there to tell y'all it was going to be all right. I'm going to contact my people. I'm going to contact my people. And I'm going to assure y'all that she's all right. Y'all better pay attention. Tony says Frank was there as the muscle. Since big back ass Kim Worthless wasn't there because she didn't want the reporters to ask her questions about Naziah. We got our man, she says. And nothing came after that. That sentence that they gave Jarvis today, that sentence that they handed down Jarvis today, baby, don't y'all ever in your life believe that that's real. Don't y'all ever in your life believe that that sentence is going to stick. Too many children, and it's sad because the people, the impact statements of those that gave up. Mine and Shannon and Marquita ass. They're irrelevant. I don't even know why the hell they got up there. Jarvis has hurt many people. Many people. And they allowed this. They allowed it. And that's what the last girl said. Jarvis knew he was a monster. The state knew he was a monster. Detroit knew he was a monster. But Detroit did not make sure Jarvis was monitored. But let me show y'all how they continue to play these word games with the people, right? Why is it that when the judge read off Jarvis' sentence, why is it in his plea deal paperwork? Why does it say Jarvis has to report to parole and probation? Look, let me tell y'all something. I told y'all about the word game. Parole and probation shouldn't have even been on their fucking lips if they really had their man and they felt that he was going to be in jail for the rest of his life. Why would parole and probation even come into the conversation? Let's talk about the wordplay, because you see, parole and probation, that tells you a story without telling you a damn story. Jarvisha is going to walk. The jiggler is going to walk. I said what I said. And they confirmed it. Because if he got that many years, who would discuss parole and probation? And so early in the game, you didn't even give Jarvis a chance to appeal this, since y'all gave him 21 days. I don't even see how y'all even gave a right for an appeal. But anyway, y'all did what y'all did. Y'all playing with parole and probation early in the game. And absolutely the life. Look, and a lifetime monitoring. What? Detroit, go play with somebody else. Because I'm not buying that shit. Now, do y'all believe what I said? Jarvis will disappear out the system. And y'all ain't going to know which direction he went in. I promise you, you won't. Toya, thank you so very much for the cash app, my love. Thank you. Jarvis will disappear. Get monitored for the rest of your life. But yet you're supposed to be in jail till you 78. Make this make sense. I told y'all, I talk on what I see, but I like to catch things that they don't want us to see. That's sad. That's sad. Charlotte Webb said that's the process. Hey, sis, she said that's the process. Detroit is sad. Sad, sad, sad. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, Chandra, girl, it's a mess. Beautiful Soul said somebody putting money on his book because he keeps a haircut. Let me tell you. Girl, it's a mess. PJ, I'm with you. PJ Hip Hop, I see you, boo. PJ says, Marquita, since you're homeless, bitch, go turn yourself in and get 3 meals in a hot cot. That's the size of it. That's the size of it. I'm sick of these people. But Detroit is sad. Queen B, I see you, my love. I wonder if Jarvis will start to talk after he's sentenced. No, Jarvis will not talk. Platt want to know who paid for him to be transported. The city. The city. Levesque said it's about time Annette can't eat nor sleep. She and Shannon is the reason why Naziah not here. They haven't gotten away with shit. Absolutely. It's going to get worse for them. This is only the beginning. Only the beginning. He should be able to get it himself groomed. Naziah can't get her hair done. He shouldn't be able to. Listen, the system don't give a damn. System don't give a damn. They really don't. The inmates ain't gonna do Jarvis shit. And I gotta call it for what it is. And we just have to accept it for what it is. See, right now, Moca ain't living in a world where I'm hoping, assuming, and praying. You know, we gotta be in a real world where reality is what reality is. If Jarvis has been where he's been 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days, plus some change, because yeah, if Jarvis has been there that long, and nothing has happened to Jarvis in all this time, ain't shit gonna happen to Jarvis. Because one thing we have to know, Jarvis is populated with his own kind. Jarvis is not in the free world walking through those prisons or the jail or wherever the hell he at. And one thing I want y'all to know, I'm gonna tell you now, Jarvis will not make his way to prison. Jarvis will not find his way to prison. Jarvis will stay sitting right there at the county. And after the Enterprise finish getting their business together, they're going to satisfy nosy people like you and me. So they're going to let him sit there for a little bit. And after he done sit there for a little bit, this is what I see happening. We're in March right now. Y'all going to come back on my platform in December. And y'all gonna say, Mocha, Merry Christmas. We can't find Jarvis Butts in the system. Jarvis getting the hell up out of here, sunshine. I see you, boo. Jarvis getting the hell up out of here on the first flight smoking. Why? Because he still got work to do. This is not the end of the road for Jarvis. This is not the end of the road for Jarvis. My heart hurt for Tawana when she said she was looking at somebody she didn't even know. But he knew her story. Frank was in that courtroom because he trained Jarvis to be the monster that he is. Jarvis was in these streets at the age of 13 years old trying to be grown. It's people like Frank that introduced Jarvis to the life that Jarvis is living and the life that Jarvis lived. That's why Frank was in that courtroom. Not necessarily because he knew Jarvis was right. He was in that courtroom to protect the Enterprise. Levesque said they have him registered as an essay, but they say his first name is misspelled on the register. And you don't think that was intentional? Very intentional. Dorothy said, why Roxy wasn't there? That's a good question, boo. Rashida said, are saying he would have to get monitored for the rest of his life. Sure, okay. 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 Natasha said those court fines and fees were too damn low for my liking. They gave him the multifamily discount. Man, Detroit ain't shit. And it's a shame. A shame. Tanya, he go vanish. He go vanish. Dorothy Ann says, think about it. Where's all the family members from this case? Where they at? Nobody's speaking up. Isn't that something, Dorothy Ann? But you know what they're going to come back and tell you? Because Annette was in control of this. Annette decided who could speak and who couldn't speak. Annette don't decide not that. But I do know one thing. Annette did not want the hammer to come down on Jarvis in that courtroom. Because if Annette was really wanting Jarvis to go down for what they want the world to believe really happened, that impact statement would have not been that impact statement. She would have laid it thick on the judge, and the judge would have did what he was supposed to do. But as we see, was all a script. Annette went to court talking about her. The judge signed off on the plea deal early in the game. There was no jurors available if it was to go to trial. They had to save face because they had disturbed all these victims' lives, getting statements from them. So they had to save face by allowing a few of the victims to say something in court. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm just, hey, Moca want to know. They had to play the script. They had to play it out. They couldn't let it just go down like that. This shit is unbelievable. Simone said they're sending him to a facility where everyone is in there for the same shit. Absolutely. Absolutely. PJ said, Moca, you're right. Hey, Mariah said, absolutely, Moca. Simone says, spot on. I see you, Dr. JD. Shell Baby said, you're absolutely right. And the victims should have had their own case in their own trial. That part, Shell Baby. So why would you pick and choose? Because how do you go from 80? Listen, they had us convinced. They had us on edge. They said trial was supposed to last weeks, because they had 80 plus witnesses. And now to save fucking face, y'all pull 3 out of the hat. Y'all pull out 3. Detroit, go play with somebody else. Because this was a shit show if ever I saw one. Sunshine said, you're right, they ain't gonna do shit to him. Most of them are in there probably for the same thing. Absolutely, sis. She done said, Moca, Jarvis knows how to jail. Tony says Marquita could find her a spot under the bridge because we don't give a damn. We just don't. Since they claim our baby ran away, so she could miss us with the homelessness and she could run away too. Charlotte's Web said, Moca, I'm with you when you're right. I give 10 to 15 years. That's it and that's all. Absolutely, sis. He gonna disappear. He will disappear. PJ said, Frank, did you have... Let me highlight this. Let us highlight this and talk about it. I hope they don't think this conversation is going to go away because the judge dropped the gavel today and Jarvis hopped out of that courtroom today. I wonder if they think this is going to go away. Baby, all y'all did was lit a match under the conversation. PJ says, Frank, did you have that ticket signed, sealed, and was there to deliver it today? Frank, where you at? Because that's what we believe happened. You've been a part of this script. You did not just become a part of this script. You've been there from day one. You've been very much involved in this from day one. We knew that when we knew Annette was living in all these damn Ronald McDonald houses that you owned. What was the connection? What was the connection? And you want to get mad at Jarvis Butts because you feel that Jarvis Butts made you look bad? How the hell could he make you look bad and you the one that trained him to be just what he is? I'm sick of you people. But Annette, Shannon, Marquita, it don't stop here, boo. We ain't finished. Big Stacks, welcome to the channel, baby. It don't stop here. Y'all trifling. Y'all trash. Marquita, now all of a sudden you homeless. But I'm like Cynthia Harmon. I'm like Chandra. Why you... Annette done had Dre paint all the walls in her house. Covered up road shit. Covered up incidents in her home. Marquita, why can't you move in with Dre? Because Dre said the night whatever went down in Annette's house, but January 9th or whatever day y'all so say claim she didn't come home, Dre said it went down in Annette's house. And what, y'all don't want to be bothered with him now because he told the truth? Or is Dre really still around? That's a good question. That's what I need to know. Is he around? Because he did say it went down in Annette's house that night between Shannon, Annette, and Naziah. As a matter of fact, Marquita kind of confirmed it when she gave her statement. When I got the call to come over there, the night they said she didn't come home. Tell the goddamn truth, Marquita, because that's not the story Dre said. You people are disgusted. You people, Detroit, those Detroiters need to stand up. Those Detroiters need to make it do what it do. The justice system. Let's talk about the system. Let's talk about Detroit that didn't stand on business. The courts, they didn't stand on business. The judicial system didn't stand on business. The citizens have every right to stand on business. My little niece, the first daughter I ever had before I had children. I can't even eat, I can't sleep without my granddaughter. I'm depressed. I have nobody to talk to. Bitch, you too old to be talking to a 12-year-old. That's how retarded y'all sound. I have nobody to talk to. So now you're claiming to be lonely. But you're in a casino every day of the week. Then you slipped up hoe and said, my life has been in shambles since Naziah has been gone. Naziah's no longer here and it affects me financially. Annette, sit your ass down. No food stamp, no welfare check. I guess you had to remove the locks off your freezers. Because bitch, you ain't had no income to go put no more groceries in that motherfucker. God ain't finished with y'all yet. Y'all done did the worst to these children. Rashina says, Mocha, Jarvis was a monster before he met Frank. Frank taught him how to master it. Absolutely, Rashina. Because remember, Jarvis made a baby with a 40-some-year-old woman when he was 13, 14 years old. Jaded Shade says, when will Kim Worthless be investigated? That's a damn shame. Sunshine says, Mocha, when that daughter got up there and spoke and she broke down the way she did, I felt her pain, her tears, and made me cry real tears. It touched us all. It touched us all. And baby, all they did, Gianni, welcome, my love. All they did was, y'all done open the door for a series because I'm on y'all next. It ain't over. You don't do this to children. Naziah was lost. Naziah was broken. Naziah did not stand a chance. Naziah lost before she even started. Jaded Shade says, it's crazy how Naziah's dad passed too. Karma has a way of catching up with us all in this lifetime. You have to be careful what you put out if you don't want it to come back. Annette failed Naziah. Her big double waterhead twins failed Naziah. Lady failed Naziah. Naziah daddy, dead and gone today. And who's to say that's really her damn daddy? He was the fall guy too. Karma caught up with him too. He knew the living conditions of Naziah. He knew the situation in that house because he was running through there. He allowed Naziah to stay in that situation because he wanted to protect the woman that he made his wife. It was okay for him to lay down with Lady. It was okay for him to lay down with Bob the fucking builder, but ignore the seed that he planted. I have no sympathy for 5%. And I said that before, and I'll say it again. 5% had to answer for the hellhole that he left that baby in. I felt no sympathy for him. Could you see? I asked mama. Bitch, Annette was not your mama. You was too old to be talking like that. I tried to find mama. Mama kept moving. But you wasn't looking for Naziah. You wasn't looking for Naziah. Cause you see, mama sent me to look behind the school in the woods. Sit your ass down 5%. I'm out here fighting and looking for my daughter. And I got 5%. I just got 5% of my heart that's working. That was God. That was God. I felt no sympathy for you in that moment. Naziah didn't ask to be here. She didn't. And everybody around her failed her. Every damn body. Marty says, I have to see his rotting corpse broadcast on TV before I believe he passed. Damn, Marty. You know, and sometimes as people, you know, first we have to have integrity and think about the things that we put out here. And that's the truth. On TikTok, I saw they put Janiyah up there as she gave her impact statement. You know, this child still needs protection. This child still needs protection. We have to be careful. We have to be mindful. But at the end of the day, we still stuck with that very one question. Where is Naziah? When Platinum made that song, she's somewhere hiding. I believe that. She is somewhere hiding. And they know she is. They know she is. Not a fingernail, not a hair sample, not a tooth, not a nothing to tell me she ain't here. Y'all ain't playing in my damn face because I ain't y'all. I ain't y'all. Levesque said, Mocha, check this out. Check it out. Kim Worthless said murder case. Jarvis Butts was required to give a truthful statement regarding the body of Naziah Harris. We're satisfied with the statement he has given, says Kim Worthy. What? Hold that thought and let me wet my throat. Hold up. Now y'all done put me in a whole different mode. Hold the fuck up. Oh, Lord. I'm at the bottom of the glass. Hold up. Okay, the worthless one. You done put out a whole statement, baby. As of today, you put out a statement. Hold up. Jarvis was required to give a truthful statement regarding the body of Naziah Harris. We are satisfied. We're satisfied with the statement he has given. Well, bitch, hold up. Somebody go get that crooked wig, dirty eyeglass, slit tongue speaking. Go get her. I need her to talk to me. We are satisfied. Who's satisfied with the statement he made? Okay, what statement he made because you didn't present it to the people? You did not present it to the people. Now, oh, child, oh no, no way, no fucking how. Hold the hell up. Why could that statement not be presented today? Why could you not give it to the world what he has given? So were you the source? Were you the source, worthless one, that told the news reporter he said he disposed of her in Rouge River? Who's satisfied? Because Moca ain't satisfied. Nola Bell's damn sure ain't satisfied. And I know we are not the only ones that's not satisfied. So the question I have for you, worthless one, what type of satisfaction did you get from that statement? As a matter of fact, not what type of satisfaction did you get from that statement, but what type of payout did you get to make that statement? Nola Bells, we're in here tonight. If you're not satisfied, Lady B, thank you so very much, my love. Lady B says, Mocha, I really do want the family to have closure. But there's something very wrong with this plea deal. And Annette agreeing to it without having to divulge details. That part, Lady V, that part, absolutely. Something is stink with all of this. Nola Bells, Mocha needs you right now. If y'all are not satisfied, if y'all are not satisfied, throw some fire in the chat, because all she did was lit a match under the porch. If y'all are not satisfied, throw some fire in his chat. Because like I said, all she did, along with Annette, is light a match and threw it under our porch. Because it, baby, it's on. It's on. Because at the end of the day, where is Naziah? I see the fire. Baby, we ain't done. We got work to do. This is about Naziah. This is not about Kim Worthy. This is not about Annette. This is not about Shannon. This is not about Jarvis. This is not about Frank. This is not about the enterprise. This is about Naziah. Absolutely, Carla Henry, he's getting out. He's getting out because she's satisfied. She's satisfied with the statement. I guess just like she's satisfied with the fact that she let him get away with this for years and years and years. She's satisfied with him not being on ankle monitor. She's satisfied with him not having to register. She's satisfied. Man, we're not. We're not. My Lord, these people are so sad and think we're dumb. Absolutely, absolutely, Jaded Shades. The D ain't got no money, but she's making hers under the table. She like being on her knees. So she get hers from under the table. Chandra said, where were the witnesses at? They had none. They went from Chandra. They went from 80 witnesses, Chandra, to 3. This shit was already planned. It was, Cornell, I see you, my love. Welcome, boo. This shit was already scripted. This shit was already planned. Shell, baby. Dr. JD said we are not effing satisfied. I hear you, because we're not. Shell, baby says, because Shannon and Kenya could have fought a long time ago. Whoo! Shell, baby. Shell, baby. I'm going to stop right there. Because what you just said was nothing but fucking facts. Shell, baby says, if it was that serious. Because remember, Kenya still sits on the porch with Annette. What the fuck? Stop playing with us. My sister said, hey, Kenya and Shannon could have fought a long time ago. Why wait till you get in the courthouse to start some ruckus? If y'all agree, if you all are in agreement with what Shell Baby just said, drop some hundreds in the chat, because Shell Baby, I support you, baby. I support that statement. Just like Roxy could have boxed Shannon in, banged her head in when they were in that kitchen. That didn't happen. So why wait until you get in the court? Why, when you knew this should have been a moment, this should have been a moment where justice was for Neziah. This should have been a moment where, as a relative, you could have went gave an impact statement and said everything that you felt you needed to say about that goddamn family. So why bring a distraction along the way? That was intentional. That was intentional. And it's a damn shame. Like people could unsee that. I will never unsee what y'all laid out here. Never. Never. Playing in people's face. Pretending to be one way. And in real time, you're showing exactly who you are. I don't like Annette. I can't stand Shannon and Marquita. Annette let XYZ go on at her house, and you were right the fuck there. Right the fuck there. Tell that shit to somebody who don't know no better. Y'all all want to be a part of something, and nobody did nothing. And we're still in the same spot today that we were in 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days ago, according to Marquita. Make it make sense. Look at what my sister just said. And she ain't never lied. Because this is who we are. We got work to do. She done said we gonna still be on their asses. And we will. We will. Absolutely, Marty. Where is Neziah? They none could answer that question. Dr. JD, I'm with you. And several other people have said that in here tonight. Neziah was the sacrificial lamb. Neziah was sacrificed. These people have done this shit so much and so long. This is the first time they had to be brought to the front of the class to answer for an absent child on Annette's watch. Neziah wasn't the first, y'all. And if you think I'm lying, go back to an interview that Jernell and Kawana did. Jernell was talking so fast. She slipped and said, I knew Neziah would be next. I knew she would be next. So in Moca's mind, this didn't happen so goddamn much. Y'all were expecting it. Y'all just didn't know when. So if you knew all this shit was going on for that long, guess what? You should have done something long time ago to bring attention to it and put a stop to this shit before it got so far out of the way. Everybody is going to be held accountable for the part that they didn't fucking play. But what we chose to do, we chose too goddamn late. You should have started whipping a goddamn horse when the first child came up missing. Y'all should have started doing something when y'all saw Shannon in possession of 2 babies that didn't belong to her. And y'all lying. Y'all going along with the program because that's your family. Yeah, Shannon was pregnant. How the hell y'all could come out here and say Shannon was pregnant and in the same breath, well, I ain't see Shannon in almost 2 years. Shut the hell up. Just shut up. Because the lies that y'all tell, I don't give a damn how much y'all try to clean it up. Everybody played a goddamn role. And Neziah paid the damn price. for grown ass people. Grown people. And y'all wonder why y'all life is in shambles. Y'all wonder why things are so messed up for y'all. Annette, you talking about the health issues. Half of you ain't seen health issues yet. You don't play with God's children. And unfortunately for you, Annette, you done played with quite a few children. And the Honorable Kim Worthless handed them children to you on a silver platter. Just like you, Annette, handed those same children over to Jarvis, over to Charles, over to Eric Gamble, over to Frank, over to King, that we know of. Now the question remains, how many more are there that we don't know of? Everybody is responsible for where we are today. Because Annette, if you didn't do nothing wrong, how is it family members are coming out here saying how you had Naziah, how Shannon, you dressed her up, and Shannon and Jarvis takes Naziah to go to the same motel that they supposedly had footage, takes Naziah to the motel to go meet Trix. Did y'all tell the prosecutor that? Did y'all tell him that? I thought y'all didn't. Lady V, thank you, love. What happens if the body is not where Jarvis says it is? Girl, let me catch this. Lady V says, what happens if the body is not where Jarvis says it is? Does that nullify the plea deal? The body being there will be proof of a truthful statement, or am I wrong? You're absolutely right. But they don't care. Because Lady D, the one thing I want to know is, if it was such a truthful statement, right? If it was such a truthful statement, why the moment that he gave the statement, they didn't go out there and start searching? Why not? And that could have been televised. But it wasn't, because it didn't happen. It's the lies that they tell. It's the lies that they tell. Huh. All of us. Oh no. This is crazy. Lebec says, Moca, if Annette and Shannon was given immunity, however, immunity does not protect them against criminal charges, wrongful death. The law says that. Thank you, sister. Thank you, each and every one of you, for helping me reach my goal today. I appreciate you all. Something is wrong with the system. Something is terribly wrong. Annette has a lot to answer to. Hey, Shanier, welcome, boo. Absolutely, Dr. JD. God don't want him playing with his children. He don't. CM, I see you, love. This is ridiculous. Jaded Shade says, I know this is about Naziah today. But tomorrow, oh, I saw that, Jaded. Tomorrow is London Thomas. So they have money and investigators for that complicated case. It's in the back of my mind. Sorry, it's off topic, Mocha and chat. Jaded Shades is okay. Every child matters. Every story matters. And we're going to pull them apart one at a time. Thank you, Lavette. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Mocha, they're supposed to give all the life. Wait, Sunshine, what you said? They were supposed to give all their life for those kids. Absolutely. Absolutely. Cornell said, I'm hearing they may have found her body. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But one thing I will say, Cornell, isn't that something? All of a sudden, Annette, Cornell says, Annette and Marquita didn't say nothing about Naziah, but only about how miserable their lives are. Absolutely. 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 This system. Absolutely, Marty. There was no love there. No love. And Naziah suffered. She suffered. Carla Henry said, people signing petitions. We're not giving up on these children, as we should not. Oh, Dr. JD, I done grabbed that story. The other child gone missing this week near 7 Mile. Something is, but Dr. JD, I said it the other night. All these little girls coming up missing in Detroit is around the same age. Anywhere from 12 to 15, not a day older than 15. These children are chosen. These children are targets. They're targets. And they disappear without a trace. They disappear without a trace, and the city don't give a damn. This is sad. This is truly sad. Absolutely, Carla Henry, Dre know a lot. Every man, every person that's been under Annette's roof, every person that's been there, they know. They know. The men, the extended family members, they all know Carla Henry. Levesque, absolutely. Annette ain't seen nothing yet. That family is going to go down into the pits of hell. I don't wish bad on nobody, but they didn't wish well on Naziah. This is sad. And when you find adults doing this to children and still thinking it's okay, we have a problem. We have a problem. They're failing these children before these children even get a chance to know what life really is. Poor Naziah, 13 years old. And we've come to learn that was not that baby's first pregnancy under Annette's roof. But you want us to feel a certain type of way about you, Annette? Sit your ass down. But nonetheless, neither here nor there, guys. I came out here tonight to do what I had to do. And I've done it. We've done it. Over here, we're family. We care about these children. These children matter to us more than anybody could ever know. We're passionate. And we're going to keep speaking on these children. We may not be able to save them all. But we're going to do what we can to try to save them one at a time. We don't want to always come out here with tragic stories. There has to be a recovery somewhere. And I'm going to say this, if anything in what we said tonight moved you just a little bit, why don't you go ahead on and share out this live stream? If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Keep your notifications set so you know when we go live each and every time doing what we do. We don't sugarcoat nothing over here. We call it for exactly what it is. Naziah did not get the justice that she deserved in that courtroom today. But this God that we know, love, and serve, he don't sleep. And Naziah's justice is definitely coming. As we leave out of here tonight, I'm going to always say, I love each and every one of you all. And I pray that God covers you and your household. We have to be more aware when it comes to these children. We have to get out of that mode to whereas, oh, that's not my child, that's not my business. That's where you're wrong. In this day and age, other people's business have to become your business. Because if we don't make other people's business our business, we're going to be living in a world full of messed up adults and no children, because the children are vanishing one at a time. And not on my watch. Not on my watch. We're going to leave out of here. I'm going to say God bless. I'm going to say good night. Guys, let's flood the chat. Let's leave out of here flooding the chat. Hearts for Naziah. Justice scales for Naziah. If you have not hit that like button on your way out the door, stay till the end. Hit the like button. Share out the live. Tap, tap, tap them emojis like your life depend on it. We're going to be back out here tomorrow doing what we do. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Thank you all for rocking with Moca. I love each and every one of you. God bless and good night.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Motivated from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. Team full of truth and a chat full of cheer. Mocha in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. Know the bells, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This line. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide, where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. No bells, no work ain't done. No leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care are everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you. We stand with the truth. This is the No Look Bells. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Stand tall. Join the family.
I love you all. Good night.